Hello?
Hello, can you just mute your audio for right now?
Okay.
Miss Scylla, I made.
Yep.
All right. Josue, it kicked everybody out. It's just a technical thing, so we'll get back to it. Don't worry about it.
So thank you guys for their patience with that. Yeah, it just kind of kicked us all out. So everyone's trying to currently get back in at the moment. Just give me a second. Yeah. So let's try it again. So Naya, you're going to share with us what you have done so that we can go ahead and talk about it. So Naya, I'm gonna unmute you, and when you're ready, just go ahead and start explaining. Naya, are you there? Naya, you hear me? Yeah. So I'm gonna unmute you so that you can go ahead and let me know. Yeah, I see you typing in the chat. Please refrain from typing in the chat. I'll just set that right back up. I know we all got kicked out. Something happened, technical difficulties, but thank you guys for being patient with it, and thank you guys for finding your way back. So Naya, whenever you're ready, go ahead and get started.
So first I converted the 28 pounds into ounces by multiplying 28 by 16 to get 448. And after that, I decided to turn this into ounces. I have to divide, well, it already is ounces, but then to figure out how many 8-ounce servings are in the 28.
Naya, sweetheart, you have to slow down. I'm trying to do your work.
Okay.
Okay, so start from the beginning.
So do I start all over again?
Yes, please. Yeah, again.
Huh? Okay. I think she froze again.
Alright, so I'm gonna use someone else. So Joseph, explain what you did for me, please. I'm gonna unmute you. I think Naya's going through some technical difficulties at the moment, so we're gonna just skip on over to Joseph because you were the next person that was done. Go ahead, Joseph. I'm gonna mute you. Go ahead, Joseph.
Okay, so what I did is that I decided, so first my answer was wrong, so then I decided to do, like, count my ounces like 8, 16, 24, 32. So then I knew 16 was 1 ounce, 32 was another ounce, 48 was another ounce, and 64 was another ounce. So that was 4 ounces all the way to 64. So then I realized what I can do is I could do 64. I could do 64 times 7, since 4 times 7 equals 28, and there were 28 pounds. So then I did 64 times 7, and I got 448.
All right, Joseph.
Yeah? Yeah, I hear you.
I need you to slow down because I'm trying to write down what you're saying, but I can't hear you. So start from the beginning. So you did 8.
Then I put 16.
Mm-hmm.
Then I put 24.
24.
And then I put 32.
32. Okay.
And then I realized I could count up by 16ths now. So I did 48.
48.
And then 64.
Okay. So 64. So I'm going to stop right here. So I have 8, 16, 24, 32, 48, and 64 written on my paper. What did you do next?
Then I above 64 I put 4 pounds because I knew 64.
Okay, so you knew 64.
Yeah.
64 ounces was 4 pounds. How did you know that?
Because when I checked, I did 64 divided by 16, and I got 4 pounds.
So you knew 16 ounces was 1 pound. So I'm gonna put 1 on top of it. So you knew 64 was 4. You knew 64 ounces was 4 pounds. Okay. Then what did you do next?
Then I realized 4 is a factor of 28. So then I did 7 times 64.
So you did 4 times 7.
No, I did 7 times 64.
You did 7 times 64.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So what did you get when you do 7 times 64?
When I did 7 times 64, I got 448.
Okay. So you got 448 ounces. Okay. So what am I doing next? So you knew 448 ounces equals 28 pounds, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So were you done over there? What did you do next?
Next, I did 4 times 7 and I got 28, so I knew they were equal.
You did what?
To check my work, I did 4 times 7 and I got 28, and that meant they were equal.
Okay. So were you done over there? What's the next step? You can keep talking to me.
Then that's where I left off.
Okay. So the answer that you gave me in the chat, can someone pick up where Joseph left off? Someone that finished? Just raise a hand if you're done. Okay, I see Eric. Eric, take it from there. Sorry, gotta unmute you. Go ahead, Eric.
Okay. So after you do that, since it says no, there are 16 ounces in 1 pound, you have to divide 448 by 16
Why are you dividing 448 by 16?
because there's 16 ounces in 1 pound.
Okay. So when you divided 448 by 16, what did you get?
I got 56.
Okay. So after doing the math, he got 56 what?
56 pounds.
50, what did you got? 56 pounds?
Yeah, because 56 times 16 is. Oh, never mind. Wait. Oh, it's 28.
Yeah. Would someone like to help him out? Adelaide, I see a hand up. Adelaide? Get Adelaide. 56 is correct, but what you're telling me after 56 is why it's wrong. And Adelaide, tell us where he messed up over there.
Actually 28.
Repeat yourself.
Actually, 448 divided by 16 is not 56. It's actually 28. So we were supposed to do 448 divided by 8, and then we would get 56, and that would give us 56 days.
It's what?
Days.
56 days. Let's evaluate that answer. Katie, you're putting up a disagree. Why are you putting up a disagree?
I respectfully disagree with Adelaide because it's supposed to be 56 8-ounce serving.
Yeah, what are we looking for? Look back at the problem. What are we looking for? Katie?
Oh, we're looking for how many 8-ounce servings can fit into 28 pounds.
Yeah, the question we're trying to answer is how many 8-ounce servings are in a 28-pound bag of groceries. So we have 56. So our answer will essentially be 56 8-ounce servings. Anyone else do something different in order to get the answer? Their answer. Anyone else do something different? Anyone else use visuals to help them? I see someone raising their hand. Hold on, let me see who's raising their hand. Kiara, I think it was Kiara that I just saw with her hand up. Anyone do something different? Naya, you did something different? Naya, what did you do?
So first I multiplied 28 times 16 to turn the 28-pound bag into an ounce-pound bag.
Okay, so you wanted to turn the
ounce bag.
repeat that last part. You wanted to turn what?
I wanted to convert the 28-pound bag into ounces.
Okay, why did you do that?
And when I multiplied 28 times 16, I got 448.
Okay.
And then I divided 448 divided by 8.
You got 448 what? Naya?
And then I divided that by 8.
Yeah, but 448 what? What's your unit?
448 ounces divided by 8 ounces.
Why did you divide it by 8?
And I got 56.
Why did you divide by 8?
I divided by 8 because I needed to see how many 8-ounce servings will 448 ounces be able to.
Okay. So what did
Because
you
every
get?
day and also because every day the dog eats 8 ounces.
Okay. So what did you get as your final answer?
56.
Okay.
Carona.
Okay, what Naya did, and we have what Joseph did. So what I want you to do now is just take about 15-20 seconds to think to yourself, what do you notice between the two different ways that they solved the problem? I have another way. Remember to use the raise hand button if you have an answer. I'm gonna open it up. Does anyone want to talk about it? What did we notice that they did here? We're gonna be brief with this because it's time for reading in about a good 2 minutes. So I don't want to take up time from reading. Brianna, so we're gonna hear from Brianna really quickly. What do you notice about what they did here?
Okay, so I noticed that Joseph decided to skip count to notice what was to see like what he used skip counting, and then I decided to go with right off the bat multiplication. But I noticed that both of them ended up doing division with the same numbers to get the correct answer.
Okay. One more person for that. Anaya?
I noticed that Joseph kind of used like skip counting, and then he kind of used a chart when it came to the 64 times 4 and then the 4 times 1 part. But then Naya, I feel like she immediately found the connection between the numbers given to us and used that to figure out how many ounce servings that were needed for the 28 pounds of dog food.
So what do we see? What's the connection that we see here between the two methods that they use? What do we see as a connection here? So we said one used skip counting and Naya went straight into multiplying. What connection do we see here? Anyone that we have not heard from? So I see 3 raised hands. We're going to hear from Esther and then Adelaide, and then we're going to close out. Go ahead, Esther. Esther, can you hear us? Go ahead, Esther.
What I noticed is that they both converted the units. Naya converted them from pounds to ounces, and Joseph converted them from ounces to pounds.
Okay, but more specifically about the way that they use. So one you skip counting, and then Naya went ahead and just used straight multiplication. What do we notice? What can we say is the connection between them? Adelaide, go ahead.
A connection between them is that you could see that in both of them, they both used the multiple of 16 somewhere or some way in their work to find the amount of 8-ounce servings there are and how long it would last.
So we can see in Joseph's work, instead of he skip counted and he saw that 16 was the number that we were going to have to use to essentially, we knew 16 ounces gives us 1 pound. So he knew that if he had 4 pounds, it would be 64 ounces. So he started from there, whereas Naya just went straight ahead and multiplied 28 times 16, which gave her 448 ounces. So both of them essentially knew that 448 ounces will give them 23 pounds. 28 pounds. What do we notice about the numbers they use? Let's look at 28. Let's look at 64. Let's look at 16. Let's look at 4. What do you notice about those numbers? Abriana. Look at the numbers that they use. What's the relationship between them? Go ahead.
Like, with the fact that they're both in different units, like 8 ounce, like when we read the beginning of the story, it started out with the us telling us that the dog was eating 8 ounces, and that the owner bought a 28-pound bag, and it was kind of basically between those numbers, it was kind of showing the relationship between the units, because because we know that converting, because we know about converting, so then like the numbers kind of showed a connection into helping us find basically the connection between them goes within their units.
All right, so we're going to end number stories right here. I'm going to stop sharing because it's time for reading and I don't want to take up much more time.